It's 2024 and the e-commerce space is in never seen before enhancements. From AI customer support systems to AI product matching systems and even WhatsApp retargeting automations. The e-commerce space is in overdrive. Business owners have completely automated their businesses with AI. And in today's video, I want to give you guys my exact step-by-step blueprint on how you can make your very own AI product matching system. This is part 1 of 3 in which I go into depth about how you can build your very own AI e-commerce system. So stay tuned for the next parts. Anyway, along with that, we will also be diving into the benefits of the system and how you as a AAA owner today can sell this to your clients right now. Firstly, before anything, you guys have to know what an AI product matching system actually is and why I would recommend this to be the #1 way to boost your sales with AI. So in the simplest of terms, an AI product matching system is a system that uses AI to capture your customers' data and then automatically product matches a product on your website to that specific customer, resulting in a personalized outcome for every single customer that comes on your store. Straight off the bat, you guys can understand why this system is so beneficial. Time and time again, I've told you guys that personalization is a motive of persuasion, being the salient key feature to lead to a conversion. You ask any business owner, they'll all have the same question. How do I get this person to buy my product? How do I persuade them to buy my service? How do I persuade them to notice me? The answer is always gonna be personalization. If you can manage to give customers or leads the feeling that you personally came and wrote this out for them or sold this just for them, they will literally love you. I cannot emphasize enough on how you need to grasp the idea of personalization as a motive of persuasion, because again, it is the only thing to lead to a better conversion. If you can't understand that, just click off right now because the entire video will not make sense to you then. Anyway, how this system works is that an AI chatbot asks questions to determine what type of product best fits a customer. What that looks like is question, answer to niche down to a specific product. Using this method, it not only gains information on the customer, but it also allows for a personalized outcome and makes the customer feel like he's been or she's been heard. With all of that information and boring stuff out of the way, let's get into how to actually build this system. Alright, so I got my coffee and now let's go into the system. So this is the automation that we're going to be building. It is the complete AI e-commerce system. This is consisted of many different parts. As you can see here, the question start, the main system, gift systems, all of these systems. But right now we're going to only focus on the main system and the product matching system, which is all of these. So let's get into it. So if you guys don't know what software this is Voiceflow. It's an AI bot building website, a chatbot building. And I gotta say, this is probably the best website out there for best software for chatbot building. So anyway, let's get started. So this is a brand new Voiceflow page, new agent page. This is what your guys' page would look like. You guys are probably like without the start button. If it's not there, just click S. Boom, you're back at the start button. Anyway, so as you can see on your left, you will see a bunch of different sections. Each section is basically what you can actually do inside Voiceflow. So as you can see here, these are the AI sections. This is what you can do with AI. There's all of the text, there's the listen actions that you can do, the logic actions that you can do, the developer, all of that. So the first thing that we actually have to set up is the starting of our AI chatbot. What our AI chatbot will say as soon as our customer or the client's customer opens our chatbot. So with that, we're gonna bring in a new text block and we're gonna type, "Hi, my name is," let's say, Xavier. I'm an AI helper from XAXU Pakistan. Boom. So name of the chatbot and the company that we're building this for. So if you can see here, this has a generate button. What this generate button basically means is that from this one variant of text, you can generate 5 different variants. You can see here, boom. And you got 5 different. You can see over here, enter to accept variant and just enter. Boom, you got 5 different variants. What that means is that each time I click this, there's gonna be 5 different options I can get. So if you can see, new session started. Boom, hi there, I'm Xavier, your AI helper based in XAXU, Pakistan. And if you can see over here, I wrote, "Hi, my name is." So after you write that, you gotta go to another text block. You have to write, "How can I help you today?" Boom. Because you're an AI helper, right? You gotta help them. This is where the main system actually comes in. We're gonna add a button over here. By the way, you can also just drag from here if you don't want to like go to the next node like that. So attach this to that. This is the button intent. This is what we're going to be using for our customer to reply back to the AI chatbot. If you guys have noticed or ever worked with e-commerce clients inside the AI space, you'll realize that e-commerce owners don't want people to have the ability to type to their AI chatbot. They want the ability to answer by buttons. So that's why the system is going to be built entirely from buttons. So yeah, I am looking for something. We're going to name the first button that, the first choice. This is going to be our AI product matching system. Obviously, if you see in the other one, there's like 10 different options over here. There's 5 different options over there. But that's for a different video in which we're going to go through those options. But let's not spoil that. So anyway, one more important step that we have to add is that this system is a closed end loop system. What that means is that after every single step, if there's no plausible outcome to reach to, then it's just going to loop back to this step actually. So we're going to name this main loop step. We're going to add another text step over here. We're going to type it, is there anything else I could help you with? Boom. By the way, English isn't amazing. We're just going to go with it because why not? We're going to name this loop to make our lives easier because later you will need that. I don't know where I wrote loop. Boom. And back to the AI system. Okay, so I am looking for something. Next thing that we have to do is add another text step, which is what we will use to niche down this system. This system is built by niching down, by asking different questions to determine what product best fits them. It niches down with like 4, 5, 6 different questions and gets the best possible outcome. But the questions depend on the amount of niche down you want. If you have a pretty broad product, then you can give it to a pretty broad audience. So it would be like 2, 3 questions. Anyway, let's get into it. So anyway, the example that I'm going to be building today is going to be for XAXU Pakistan, like it's written over here. I'll leave a link in the description of their website, but they're basically a health and wellness store in which they sell like health and wellness good products, honey products, and skincare products and gift boxes. So we're just gonna go through that. Your customer replies, I'm looking for something. What we do next is the AI chatbot will respond. As you can see here, we're just gonna click the start button. We're just gonna see how the automation looks right now. By the way, this is not what it's gonna look like on our customer's website. This is just the back end of the system. It's also not gonna be as slow as this. Again, I said this is just the back end of the system. So hi there, I'm Xavier, your AI helper based in XAXU Pakistan. How can I help you today? And here are your customer's options. I'm looking for something, and then option 2, option 3, option 4. Obviously, I haven't written them, but yeah, I'm looking for something. We're gonna click that, and then we're gonna go to new block 4. Boom. So new block 4, we're gonna type great. Could you specify exactly what type of what type of product you are looking for? Question, we're trying to niche down to one specific product. So we're going to type buttons card because the only way our customer can respond is through buttons. So over here, we're going to have the different niches of our client. Or say that you have an e-commerce store, this is going to be the different niches of products that you have. Say that you have a pet store, right? You have dog treats niche inside your pet store. You have dog toy niche inside your pet store. That's how we're going to do this. So like I said before, there's 4 different types of niche products inside this store. There is health and wellness products, there's honey, there's gift box, and then there is skincare. So which basically falls into health and wellness, but yeah. So first option, health products. Second option, we're gonna go skincare products. Third option, we're gonna go gift boxes. You're looking for a gift box. Fourth option, we're gonna go honey products. Boom. So now we have our 4 different options that we're going to go through. By the way, if you can see here, every single button leads to a different path. So you can have multiple paths for a different button. This button can go there, that one can go there. So it's like a different route. These are what the buttons are for. So health products, yeah. We're going to go through this specific health products niche so I can explain to you how exactly you could bring your own products into this. So again, like we said, now that our customer responded, now we need the AI to respond. All right, so here our AI will respond. We're gonna type amazing. What type of issue are you facing? So over here I wrote issue are you facing, because this is a health product, so you have to determine what type of issue they're actually facing. But say you had like a handbag or something, you were selling bags, you would ask over here, amazing, what type of color do you want, or what price do you want, something like that. You basically niche it down. But these are just generic questions that I have for consumption products. So amazing, what type of issue are you facing? And again, our AI responded. Now we need to have our own button label. By the way, one more important step, whenever you have buttons to allow the system not to break when someone gets angry and just spams into it, you have to add, to allow the system to not break when someone gets angry and just spams and tries to break your system, you have to add a no match intent over here. As you can see, we have 4 options over here. You have to generate a no match intent. So that basically means if no one selects a button, if no one clicks a button, someone just tries and types, it's gonna say this no match. You can route this no match, you can add a path, you can route it to something. You can go like no match. If they just type and all of that, if they just spam, you can loop them back to the main loop. But over here we're gonna do our no match as actual wording, so not a path. We're gonna delete the path over here. So our no match will be, can you please select option below. Boom. That is going to be our no match, and that is what is going to happen if no one selects an option. As you can see here, if we just click this, you can see the no match. Great, could you specify exactly what type of product you're looking for? Blah, I'm angry, I don't want to tie, I hate you. Boom. It's just going to say, can you please select one of the options below? Yeah. So again, you can match this, you can add a path to this to go to something else, to an error or something if you wanted, but right here I just wrote something to it. Anyway, back to the product matching system. So health products, you're looking for a health product. Great. What type of issue are you facing? And you ask the button's intent. So every single button that you have over here, you have to actually add the no match yourself. It's kind of annoying, but you just have to do it. Amazing. What type of issue are you facing? We're gonna add body issue, heart issue, and we're gonna add another button which is gonna be never mind. Boom. So if we go back over here, you can see that in the previous automation we have 3 options: body issues, heart issues, never mind. Obviously you can add more text to what I'm saying over here. I'm just trying to quickly go through it so you understand, but you can add as many text cards as you want. You can do them in multiple text lines, but yeah. Can you please specify what type of issue you're facing? Body issue, heart issue, never mind. As you can see here, the never mind option, this is why we built this loop system back over here, so we can loop this never mind to this loop. But as you can see, it's kind of like cluttered. If you have a lot of never minds, it's just going to be way too much cluttered. So that's why we named it. We're going to go over here, we're going to go to action, we're going to go to block, we're going to do choose block, we're going to go to loop. And as you can see over here, loop is over there. So whenever someone clicks this option, it's going to come back to this loop option. That's a really great feature inside Voiceflow. So after you've basically identified like a bunch of questions, say that you had a body issue, you would ask another question like, great, specify what type. Then you'd have like multiple body issues listed, and then you just niche it down. Body issues, heart issues, then it goes to what type of body issues. You got digestive, renal, never mind. And inside digestive, it actually goes into more detail about what issue they're actually facing. What type of digestive issues are you facing? So as you can see here, it just niches down a bunch. You can add as many questions as you want. You can also add like price inside here. What type of price do you want? And range it in that. But it's basically a logic-based system. I tried to make this system as simple as possible, try to make it fully logic-based so that you could just do button and answer, button and text, and then just loop it back. So now the question comes that, okay, I've asked the questions, I've niched it down to one specific product. How do I actually add my product? So how you do that is that we're gonna recreate this product card that I've made. So over here, you can see our product card. This is how we're gonna niche it down to one specific product. So say that we've asked all our questions. Let me just copy and paste this. Let's say that all of our questions have been asked. If we just paste this over here, boom, all of our questions have been asked. And now we have to specify this to one singular product. So over here, what we would do this, if we're building this for a customer, if we're building this for a client, we are gonna go on the website of the client and we're gonna see the description of the product. We're gonna see, okay, in this case, Circa 950 ml, which is a product, a health product, what does it do? Okay, it helps with digestive issues. Boom, you have your answer now. Okay, but which type of digestive issues? Okay, you got gastrointestinal issues. Then you would label gastrointestinal issues, and you would link it up to the Circa page like that. This is how it would work. But let's get into how you would actually build this. So this product card consists of just simple carousel, buttons, and text and emojis. So we're gonna go into that. So what you first do is you add a text. Here are the best selling options for your issue. Boom. Then we go add another text. We could add some Then we add another text. We can add some emojis over here. Boom. What is the product? Okay, it's cruelty free, vegan free. You can just add ChatGPT for this, or just go on the website and see the benefits of the product and all of that. This is where most people get confused. How do I add the carousel? How do I add the call to action? It's pretty simple. You would go over here to the talk, and you would get you would go over here to the talk, and you would get the carousel. The carousel over here allows you to upload images, names, descriptions, and allows you to attach an action to this. So over here inside the upload, you would add an image of your product. You would add the name of your product, in this case Circa 950 ml. You would add a short description. This helps with, let's see what it was, this helps with gastrointestinal issues. That would just be a description that the customer could read while going through this. But yeah, anyway, after that we have to add the call to action. As you can see over here, we have an add to cart button, which leads the customer to the page of the e-commerce owner. So how would we do that? We would just click the button thing over here. Button thing, we label it add to cart. You can name this anything. You can name this buy now. You can name this discount if you click this, or something like that. Just for the sake of this video, we're just gonna click add to cart. Boom. Then we're gonna add an action to this. We'll go to open URL. Here's where you paste your URL. This is how your customer will go to the page. Over here we got XAXU Pakistan's URL. So if I click this add to cart, if I go inside this intent, start from here, if I were to click this add to cart, it would take me to the page of XAXU Pakistan on Circa 950 ml. And by the way, here's what the product cards would look. You can add multiple product cards, and you could also go side like that. And yeah, add to cart, there's a call to action. And then here is actually a button intent, which we have to add, which allows your customer to say, okay, this is a good option for me, or no, it's not a good option for me. How you do that is like the other things. Add a button intent over here. You'd go yes, you'd go no, or if you really wanted to, you could also add a choice over here. Now what this does is this would allow for the customer to actually type. So as you can see here, there's a green bar over here. If I type, if I click the edit intent, you would see a bunch of yes options. What that means is that whenever someone types something inside these options, it would lead to a yes thing. The green bar means that there are a lot of options that could lead to this. That is what an intent is. So how an intent would work is basically, say that you set up an intent for human, or you set up an intent leading towards a human agent coming onto your chatbot. How that would work is that once you set up the intent, and once you give examples, say that you were messaging the AI chatbot, whenever, if you would type, whenever the AI chatbot is speaking, if you would type, I am looking to talk to a human, the system would look for the word human, or check it through the database of examples that you've given it, and then it would send you over to this intent. With an intent, you can add different workflow. So over here I could give the yes intent. So if the client says yes, it would bring him over to this place. So for example, if the client said agent, it would bring them over to the agent file, which would send them over to the agent system, which is again in a different video. Let's go back to this. So yes intent, this would allow someone to type yes, or someone to type yeah, or someone to type okay, and all of that, and it would still go to the next thing. But again, if you don't want a system in typing and all of that, you could just go back to this and add buttons, and it would just be yes, no. What we would do next is just loop this back to the beginning, because again, like I mentioned before, this is a closed end system, meaning that there are no faults in the system, it cannot break. But yeah, this is how we ensure that our systems do not break a lot. Yeah, so it loops back to this main loop that I made you guys make before. Loop over here. Is there anything else I could help you with? It really helps if you label these intents as well with like your product names. So over here I would write circa. And say that you had like 4 different products. This is why I asked you guys to have multiple different question nodes. So you can see over here, I've niched it to digestive. Okay, this one is for this gastrointestinal issue is for circa. But what about the rest? What about all of these blocks? That is what I mean by this. By the way, if you are confused about these select blocks, those are basically just to go to the next intent, but I will just wire them up for you guys to make it as simple as I can for you guys. I've just replaced this. We'll go here. Health issues. Alright. Okay, could you specify the type of issue you're facing? So then we would go to the body issues tab. We'd basically niche it down question by question. Alright. What about heart issues? Alright, heart tag is right here. Digestive issues, that is inside over here. So you can see what I'm doing over here. I'm basically niching down everything to separate categories. Renal issues over here. Boom. Never mind. Add an action. Go to block. Loop. Start here. Loop. Boom. Now you have a full end system, and let me just delete these. The first one is obviously we know for circa, so let's just add that. Go to block circa, and then the second one we would have for, let's say this was circa boost. Circa boost would help in only gallbladder and kidney related issues. So then we'd go to actions, we go to block circa boost or whatever I typed it. Yeah, circa boost. Boom. And we do that with multiple products. This would be like cardio 5. This would help in uric acid issues. We would just go over here, go to block cardio 5. Boom. Last one we would name something like cardio boost, let's say. Cardio boost. And then we'd label this to cardio boost. And then again we just label this back to the no intent, or sorry, the loop. So now that I've organized it in a way that you guys might be able to better understand, you guys can see what I've done here. So what this system does is it just niches down. If you can see here, it goes from all of these questions to more questions to more questions to more questions to lead to a direct route to this circa. So we know that only gastrointestinal issues help with the circa, but we also know that only digestive gastrointestinal, and we also know that only body issues inside the digestive systems can only help us lead to circa. That's how the system works. You can add this with multiple products, you can add this with 5 products, but yeah, it's a closed-end system, and I'll just show you it once again in work. So let's start from the very beginning. Let's go to the start and let's see if our work works. Oh, by the way, very important thing, if you add any intents, like I mentioned before, you have to train your agent. Otherwise, your AI chatbot will not know how to respond to intents. So greetings, I'm Xavier, your virtual assistant from XAXU Pakistan. How can I help you today? So we're going to click the I am looking for something. And we're going to test if the buttons thing is working. I hate you. And yeah, can you please select the button below? Health products. We want to identify a health product. Okay, could you please specify the type of issue you're facing? This will help me identify the best product for you. Okay, I'm facing let's say body issues. All right, so body issues. All right, what type of body issues? Okay, I'm facing digestive issues. So you see how the system works? Again, I've said again, it just niches down into categories, which allows you to identify one singular product. Gastrointestinal issues. That's the type of digestive issue I'm facing. All right, here are our best-selling options for your issues. Would you like to add this to cart? Do any of these fit your needs? Yes, it would go and send you back to the main loop. No, it would just send you back over here to the main product matching system. I don't know if I've labeled that, but yeah, never mind. Wherever you see never mind, it would always loop back to the main loop. That is the product matching system. Obviously, this is a very simplified version. If you want to build it in full, you would have to build it sort of like this. You would have your questions over here, you would have your products over here. Anyway, let's go back to the other me who will tell you exactly how you can sell this to your clients right now. Now you know the benefits, you know what the system is, you know how to build it. Now it's time to figure out how to sell this to your clients right now, or how to sell this to prospects or leads that you want to contact. The first step to selling anything, write this down, is that you have to know the problem that you're solving for the person that you're selling this system or anything to. Listen closely. If you actually want to be able to sell this system, the solution that you're providing is that you are negating a new customer's decision fatigue. I'm sure everyone here has gone through the difficulties or the experience of going on a website and being overwhelmed by 100 different products with 100 different pop-ups, 100 different descriptions, 100 different things that are just coming straight on your face. As a side note, that's actually why Apple gives off such a rich feeling, because it's just a straight white background with their product on it. It could be like an iPad, it could be an iPhone, anything. It's just clean. There's space, there's room to actually think. It's blank. But then again, most stores aren't like Apple. Some e-commerce stores might have 10 products with 5 different variants, maybe 20 products with 10 different variants. So this is why this system is built in the first place. You provide an AI automated solution that allows every single customer on your client's page to lead to a straight conversion. Not only increasing the conversion rate, but also allowing you to gather in this case, customer information. And doing this, you'd be able to identify what product is actually best for your business. Say that you have like 5 different products, 5 different variants. Using this, you'd understand which product gets the most sales, what people are actually looking for most. Using this, you could also invent a new product. Another thing that this system does is it negates the need for any customer to look at 10 different descriptions, right? You have this description talking about a blue shirt with like holes in it as a design. You have this description talking about all of this lengthy text, all of that. This system negates all of that clutter. So it's just, again, like I said, a clear-cut conversion. Besides, you could also sell this as a package. Remember, this video is part 1 of 3. If you combine all 3 together, you will be able to sell a full e-commerce AI package. And if you're an e-commerce owner watching this, trust me, you guys have to understand to implement more AI automated solutions into your business. Why? Because it is not just a clear way to increase your conversion rates, but it's also a way to automate and save your time. Now, there's everything that you guys need to start building and selling your first AI automation for e-commerce owners. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and stay hard.